Hi, it's Abby from Abby and Steve's Rockin' Adventures. We're in Boston, a city filled with interesting historical sites. Boston played a key role in the formation of the United States. A really cool thing is that you can walk from any central location to many of the sites. Today, we're on the Freedom Trail, a path that winds through the city. We started at the Boston Common, a huge green park in the center of Boston. It was there that we found the red brick trail we would follow. The first historical building you come to is the Massachusetts State House. It is one of the oldest state capitals still being used today. Then you just keep walking through the city. You can stop and read some markers, stop and see some sights, and there are a few graveyards along the way. My favorite cemetery was the Granary Burying Grounds. There are so many famous patriots buried here. Here is the grave of Samuel Adams, founder of the Sons of Liberty. And who could this tiny gravestone belong to? It's none other than Paul Revere. This tall one, John Hancock. And what about that tall one in the middle? It belongs to the Franklin family. We kept following the path through the city. Sometimes there were markers on the sidewalk. Some buildings have been repurposed. A former school now has a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and the old bookstore is a Chipotle. We went past some churches, and we're really looking forward to the Old North Church. This is not it. But here's the old State House, where the Declaration of Independence was first read. And on the other side of it, a marker for the Boston Massacre. This is Faneuil Hall. You can go inside and there's lots of little shops. There's also a history display. Outside of Faneuil Hall, there are lots of places to eat and Quincy Market. I loved walking through all the little streets and past the old buildings. Here's a neat stop. It's the Paul Revere House. He lived here for several years. You can tour the inside of the house, but you can't take any pictures of it inside. And there, finally you see it, the steeple of the Old North Church, famous for Paul Revere's ride. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. He said to his friend, if the British march by land or sea from the town tonight, hang a lantern aloft in the belfry arch of the North Church Tower as a signal light. One if by land and two if by sea, and I on the opposite shore will be, ready to ride and spread the alarm through every Middlesex village and farm, for the country folk to be up and to arm. Many people stopped the Freedom Trail at the Old North Church, but we kept going. We wanted to do the whole thing. We walked across the bridge, headed to the Charleston Naval Yard. This is still a naval base today, and it has the USS Constitution, a 19th century warship nicknamed Old Ironsides. This ship was actually launched in 1797, and you can take a tour of this ship for free. It seems to be about the only thing on the Freedom Trail that is free to visit. Then we headed to the last stop, the Bunker Hill Monument, and it was still quite a ways to go. The total distance of the Freedom Trail is about 2.5 miles. With lots of stops, it took us a good 4 hours or more. I was pretty tired by the end of it, but it was totally worth it. I highly recommend. I hope you tried sometime. Thanks for watching and have fun traveling.